Hey everyone, welcome back to the homestead. I am Nadine. Today I am out in the greenhouse because I moved my seedlings out to the greenhouse today. I probably should have done this weeks ago, but there's just been a lot going on. Like I said, we're at the end of our homeschool year. Spring is in full swing here. I've got babies just about in every corner you can think of. I've got baby bunnies, baby quail, baby chicks. And I've got some turkey eggs in the incubator that have about a week left. So I've got babies everywhere that I'm tending to and little green babies and all of that. So I'm a little bit behind, but better late than never. So I am out in the greenhouse and I'm going to work on getting some of these seedlings up potted into some larger soil blocks or just getting them planted. These guys I think might just be ready to go out. It is May 6th now, so we're actually 3 days past our last frost date. So I can actually start getting some things out in the ground. Like I said, I'm a few weeks behind, but better late than never. So I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did to make the smaller soil blocks. I'm gonna mix some potting soil with some compost, and then just use this larger soil blocker to get these smaller blocks moved in, because I do need to change. This has like the little white like divot makers. I need to change that to the black square ones because these little blocks fit right into them, so it makes it super easy for up potting. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and just kind of get everything shuffled around and up potted and hopefully get things growing a little bit better out here in the greenhouse. Because here are my seedlings. They are not doing as great. Like the lettuce is doing okay, but again, it needs up potted. My tomatoes are not as hardy as I'm used to them being. But again, these should have been up potted weeks ago and I just haven't gotten to it, so they're just kind of struggling. So we're gonna go ahead and get them up potted today, get them in some more soil, and being out here in the sunlight, they'll get some more of what they need out here. So let's just go ahead and get to it then. Okay, so today I'm just gonna use my wagon. I've got my potting soil, a bucket of water, and my compost. And we're just gonna mix it in here because I'm gonna need a larger batch for the larger soil blocks. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix it in here. Now I am still going to sift it like I did for the smaller blocks. This is just gonna help my soil blocker work better. Okay, I think I have enough sifted potting soil. We're gonna go ahead and sift some compost now. So this is a really good consistency right now. The water, when I squeeze it, comes out between my fingers, which is perfect. I've already gone ahead and changed out the inserts. As you can see, these are little black squares that are slightly larger than the smaller soil blockers, so those seedlings in the smaller blocks will fit right into those little cubbies that'll be made by this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple seed trays, and we'll start making the larger soil blocks. Here's what the larger blocks look like. I think I'm gonna try to keep it 20 blocks per sheet. That way I can keep my varieties separated easily. I'm gonna go ahead and start transferring some tomatoes over to these. So these ones will be my Italian heirlooms. So here's what my heirloom tomatoes look like. Like I said, they're just not thriving as well as I had hoped. Again, I should have transplanted these a couple weeks ago, and I just didn't get to it, so that's my fault. But as you can see, the roots have well overgrown the space for these. So I'm going to go ahead and dip these in a little bit of water, and then I'm going to separate each block and put them into the cubby that was made for them. All right, I'm just going to gently pull the block apart. And set it in the new block. It did not work as well as I'd hoped it would. I didn't have any. Oh, goodness. All of these roots are still exposed. So I'm trying to do my best not to cause too much root damage, but seeing as I've done this way too late in the game, there's probably going to be a little bit of root shock. Just doing the best I can here. Okay. So there's all of the heirloom tomatoes. This is what they look like all transferred over. As you can see, the smaller blocks just fit right into the larger soil block, making it super easy to up pot them. I am going to drop a couple extra seeds in here because not all of them germinated, and I want to make sure that I have a couple extra to hopefully sell, and in case these guys don't perk up, which I'm hoping that they do. So all right, let's move on to the next round. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue making soil blocks and get everything up potted into the larger block, and then I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alrighty, so here's what I got done. Got quite a bit up potted. I still have a little bit left to go. These need just planted out in the garden. This is, I do believe, my red cabbage, just regular cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, things like that. And they're just kind of going crazy here, so they need to go in the garden. And then I've got my peppers, which I might up pot and then let them kind of establish themselves in a bigger pot for a little bit in the greenhouse before I plant them, since they like being warm. Might be better for them to stay in the greenhouse for a little bit before I move them outside, because it still gets pretty chilly at night. So, but I'd say I did pretty good today. I did, anything that doesn't have a plant in it has another seed. So I did reseed some things that didn't germinate. So we'll have some late sproutlings, but better late than never. So just kind of moving along with spring here and just checking things off of my list of things to do in order to get my garden going and just have a successful harvest this year. So if you guys have any questions about soil blocking or why I soil block or just gardening in general, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. If you like this video, if you found it helpful in any way, go ahead and hit that like button, and then make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel. It really helps me out, and it lets YouTube know that you like my content and that you want to see more of it, so it'll give you a notification anytime something's new on there. Alrighty guys, so that wraps up this video for today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to grow where you're planted.